Hello and welcome to Weird and North Bank. It's a bit off the cuff stream. We were just going to do a recording, but we decided to do a live. So here we are. No advertisement, no nothing. So we're a little bit raw. So there we go. Here we are with Jaymee Waffles Footy as normal.
Hello, everybody. We're the dream duo here, boys. We're the dream duo.
Well, that's the theory.
Yeah.
We just kind of need to stick to that theory now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Partners in crime.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay. Guys, if you're here as well, and you are watching, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button. Looks like this. Hit the button. And any comments, any questions as we go along, please make sure to drop them in.
Happy days. So we're doing Arsenal transfer news, or should we do a whole transfer news, or you just want Arsenal?
We can do whole transfers if you want.
Yeah, I'm happy with whole transfers because,
as we say, it's completely off the cuff, so we have no script.
Nothing at all.
We should have a script, but we haven't.
So what I'm on the Evening Standard, what gives us transfer news live. The first one that has popped up is one sec. Let me shut this door. I can't pronounce his name, but he played. You know the Girona player Tiskanov, the winger from Girona, who Arsenal are really interested in, Mikel Arteta.
I can't remember his name now. But you need to try and pronounce it. That's the thing.
Victor Saikonov.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about that guy. Do you actually know anything about him?
I know he's Ukrainian, and I know what I know of him is, as mad as it sounds, is Football Manager, and I used to sign him as a breakthrough player who was really good. That's kind of my feeling. But I know that he's had a really good season for Girona. That's how I kind of know him. But yeah, he's had a really good season for Girona. Apparently, Arsenal have launched a move as Mikel Arteta looks to boost their attacking ranks early this summer. The Gunners may have also joined Man United in for João Neves.
Look at the comment on screen and see what your take is on that one.
Al Neni available on a free as a backup.
Welcome in, Austin Therapy. How we doing? Nice to see you in here. I appreciate you all.
Appreciate everyone's in here.
Yes,
Al Neni is a backup, Sparks.
I think it's an option. I think El Nani's an option. You know,
he's very experienced. He knows the Premier League.
He's got experience. He knows the club. Yeah, it's been around a while, hasn't he? So
he's
9
certainly
years,
has.
5 years, kind of been around.
Yeah, how many years would you give him on a contract?
Anyway. I love El Nani, but I have to say I am so glad we've got to the point where we kind of passed that kind of. Yeah.
Do you remember how bad it was during COVID, where we were having Partey was having these injury problems and we're having to rely on Al Neni coming in?
Well, it's not. It's not just El Neni, was it? You got Suarez on the bench and stuff like that. You're supposed to be taking some kind of title challenge, and you got those guys on the bench, and you're just like, you know, how can we be taken seriously with that kind of nonsense? It's just, interesting, isn't it? So
very, very interesting. So 37 minutes ago, what's come along? Michael Elise has been strongly linked with a move to Chelsea. However, according to David Ornstein, obviously we all know very, very, very reliable source for The Athletic. However, according to him, Elise could in fact not join because he wants to play Champions League football next season.
I read earlier on today that he was specifically after Champions League football.
Yeah, that's what's literally just come up. David Ornstein has posted that apparently 38 minutes ago.
I don't know what are your thoughts on that? So you're coming from a club like Palace, who are mid-table, no European football, no chance of Europe. Well, you know, an outside chance. Let's go with an outside chance. I don't want to be disrespectful to them, but an outside chance. Let's go with an outside chance of European competitions. And then all of a sudden they're now going, well, I want Champions League football. What's your take on that kind of thinking?
Well, if you remember, so do you remember with back in the day when we weren't challenging and stuff, and we were just in it for Champions League football, and players wouldn't come to us because
like 2 years ago, you mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago.
I mean, even before that, like when we had the likes of Fabregas, Van Persie, and all that leaving.
Yeah.
Elise, can he really back Chelsea? So Chelsea are coming in, yeah. Can he really get along with their project? Can he say that they're going to make Champions League football next season? So yeah, I can go there, and then progressing next season, I will be in the Champions League.
Well, I heard as well that because obviously they're in the Conference League, and you would say that they would be favourites for that.
Yeah.
But when Juventus were in Conference League, they kind of gave up the position, didn't they? Because they were potentially going to get banned because of their spending limits.
Yeah.
Because the spending limits in the European UEFA competitions is you're allowed to spend less.
Yeah.
So I think that they took the opportunity to spend a little bit more and not go in that competition.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. Do Chelsea want to take that chance and stay in the competition, or would they take the opportunity to spend a bit more money?
I think they'll take the opportunity to spend some more money, mate, to be honest with you.
And that would be my thinking as well. Because, I mean, what's the Conference League to them, really?
Nothing. And then that means they ain't playing on Thursday nights, and they've got a lot more chance of...
Yeah, it's a lot more hindrance than anything else, isn't it? That playing in some, field at the back of somebody's house with a scaffold, kind of erected as a stadium. That's kind of the deal that was going on in the Conference League when Spurs were in it, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly, because it is a bit of a...
I can understand it with the likes of Villa, and again, no disrespect to Villa, but they've been out of Europe for quite a while. I can understand them taking it seriously. West Ham as well, I can understand them taking it seriously. But for the likes of Chelsea, I don't see it. I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong, and it might just be the case that they want to get some kind of trophy under their belt.
What I'm going to try and touch on with Elise, he's asking for Champions League football. What Champions League team does he walk into in the Premier League?
Walk into probably.
Could he be a Mohamed Salah replacement?
No,
because from what I'm hearing, mate, I'm hearing, we wouldn't want him at Arsenal because apparently he does have some serious attitude problems. And that's what I've heard and seen.
I've heard that as well, but I don't really buy into that, to be honest.
Neither do I. But yeah, if he's asking for Champions League football, the only realistic ones would be Aston Villa, and they've got Leon Bailey on that side, and they've got Moussa Diaby on that side.
I don't really. They've got cover on that side as well, haven't they? So I don't really think.
Neither do I. I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit baffled with the Elise situation. So can we move over to another one?
I'm just finishing with Elise. He has a place at Arsenal. I think he could have a place at Arsenal, but not as a starter for me.
No, we need someone to come in for Saka. Yeah,
I think backup for Saka. I don't think he necessarily possesses lightning pace, does he? He's a good winger. He's got good control and stuff, but he's not lightning quick.
No, he's not. He's you know what he kind of is. He's kind of like Jack Grealish on the other side, where it's not full on pace running at people. He cuts in and he holds the ball quite well. I think Elise as well.
Yeah, he's dribbling close to his feet.
Yeah.
And kind of takes a man on, doesn't he? Rather than running past a man.
Exactly. And I think that's a very similar trait to kind of Saka. That's kind of
exactly. That's why I say he could be a substitute for Saka and a bit of respite for him. As he's definitely required,
Yeah, because you know what I'm scared of, mate. I'm scared of. Do you know like how we ran Jack Wilshere into the ground from a young age?
Well, yeah, that's potential, isn't it? That is.
Yeah, I'm very scared of that with Saka.
Sterling as well. Raheem Sterling is a very good example of that. He's kind of a bit wasted now, because he was literally running to the ground.
Yeah, literally.
And when he was at Liverpool, it was like constant,
Yeah, he never stopped throughout his career, really, did he?
No.
But now, like, it's even, who you can kind of compare that to as well? Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney, in his 28, 29, he was nowhere near what he was like when he was 22, 23.
No.
He was running to the ground, mate.
I completely agree. But I think Rooney's a bit of a different character anyway. He never really looks after himself anyway, did he? He's kind of a bit of a strange career if you look at it that way, because he had the pinnacle of his career, but you could often see him in the stands with a bottle of Beck's, I believe it was, after one of the England games where he got.
It was that kind of era, weren't it? That generation of footballers where it was kind of all right, but it weren't kind of all right, kind of thing.
It was borderline, wasn't it? It was right on the. It was right on the border of the cusp of the whole thing, just kind of getting outlawed.
Yeah, precisely.
So yeah.
The next one, so I've got on here. This was 4 hours ago. This is all from the Standard, but it's all basically from I've searched in there for Fabrizio Romano and Ornstein. So like we kind of got two rival sources.
So the main targets and the dynamic duo, as it
yeah, just like us too. Yeah. So Benjamin Sesko rejects transfer away from RB Leipzig. Benjamin Sesko is a man in demand. Chelsea are prepared to rival Arsenal for the RB Leipzig will be available for around £56 million waiver release clause. However, according to Fabrizio Romano, the 21-year-old has rejected the move to Saudi Arabia, and it's down between Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, and staying at RB Leipzig. Whereas Chelsea apparently are willing to trigger his release clause to get it going straight away.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think anybody that's going for him will not trigger his release clause. I think it's 56 million. I think it is.
Yeah, it is £56 million. Yeah.
Yeah, it started at 45, I believe, but I think with performances towards the back end of the season, you're looking at 56. And I can understand him not going to Saudi. Obviously, he's 20, 21, isn't he? 21 next.
Yeah, he's 21 years old, yeah.
Yeah, so I can understand him doing that.
Would you want to see him at the Arsenal, Sesko? Or would you rather go? So I'll give you two scenarios, okay, Sparks. Would you rather see an Osherman come in and a cheaper option of a midfielder, or would you rather go in for a Sesko with 55 million and going for a big, like a Declan Rice type of midfield signing, like a Bruno Guimaraes type of signing?
In a purely selfish way,
yeah.
I want Osimhen, but I want him for not that price because I don't think he's worth that price.
No.
Purely because he wants to leave. The club want him gone. The fans want him gone. Obviously, they've got a new manager now who's basically turned around the other day and basically said he wants Lukaku.
Yeah, because they've offered a loan. Yeah, they've offered a loan deal and Chelsea rejected it.
Yeah, so obviously he's going to want out.
Yeah.
So the manager doesn't want him. Nobody wants him, and I heard originally it was 130 million euros, but I'm told more recently it's more like 130 million.
It's apparently it's 105 million pound release clause.
105, so that's
about 120 million euros. 130.
So it is 130 million. So whoever told me that, I don't know. That was just somebody on Twitter, I think.
That's what I've heard.
But I was like, well, no, it's 113 that was written into his contract. I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, is he worth that? For me, it's a risk, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's a risk. But anything's a risk, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it's. I think with the whole, how I kind of see it with the Osherman and the Sesko situation, whereas Sesko is fully rejected Saudi straight away, whereas Osherman has left them there. So is what we want to ask.
Osherman's 26, isn't he?
Pardon?
Osherman's 26, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's 25, 26.
Yeah, so that's a different scenario.
Yeah, but it's what he's kind of. Is he in it for the money? That's what I'm kind of.
Well, of course he is, because he's 26.
Yeah, exactly.
It's different. It's a different scenario. So 20-year-old, 21-year-old, you're obviously just building up to that big move.
Yeah.
And Osimhen's probably already had the big move.
Yeah.
And is he arguably on his last big move?
Yeah, you could think that. Yeah.
So he's 26. So he's going to his next club where he's going to get a contract renewal, and then he goes to Saudi or whatever.
Yeah, it was like when we signed Aubameyang. It was around the same age.
Yeah, so you get a 26-year-old. You sign him on a 4-year. They're 30. You might sign them for a year or two, and then they're gone. Because isn't KDB is 33 now, and he's talking about Saudi, isn't it? So if you were looking at that way, then
yeah,
that's where you're going to make your noise, isn't it? Because that's you're going to be looking for a big contract.
Yeah, what I kind of found when I've watched Osimhen, he's kind of disappointed me when I've watched him. He'll score a goal, don't get me wrong, but like there's not. Do you get what I'm kind of like Sesko? I see a bit more to his game than Osimhen, and I think he would suit us a bit better than what Osimhen would.
The thing is that there's a lot of strikers like that, and at the end of the day, you have to do the creating for them, and if they're not necessarily in favour with him, are they really creating for him? Are they just
exactly right? Yeah, you could be right.
Are they just playing and go, well, they pass to him when they're forced to pass to him, and that's it?
Yeah. I mean, you know what's the kind of thing the good thing about this? We know what it's like dealing with Napoli as well. They're awful.
Napoli nightmare. But
and you don't even have to worry about it this time because they want him gone anyway.
You could just do it with the release clause.
Yeah, exactly. Because normally, how many times we dealt with them and it's been hard work, we just walked away from the deal.
It's just been a nightmare. It really has been a nightmare dealing with Napoli. It really has.
Yeah.
And it's always the same with the Serie A teams. They never want to pay anything, but they want top dollar for all their players. It's a bit mental. But I think personally, in a purely selfish way, I want £200 million players.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
I know that that's not necessarily conducive for the whole squad to go and fight on all fronts.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Oh, well.
So I'm torn, really.
The hard thing for Arsenal, I think, in this situation is that teams know that we need a striker.
Yeah, but teams know that everybody needs a striker. That's kind of the thing, and but also they're not necessarily. Chelsea have basically ruled themselves out of buying a striker.
Yeah,
City
are going in for Sesko. Chelsea all over.
Yeah, but City aren't going to. City aren't going to buy him.
No, of course not. We're talking Osimhen. Yeah, Karen, sorry.
Yeah, United. Are they going to buy him? They might go for a Sesko as a project player because they're on the project now.
Yeah.
I don't think they go for an Osimhen. So, do you just leave it? Do you just leave it and hang it out?
The kind of thing what I've looked at, you know how Chelsea, they've gone in and they said, "Nah, this is too much money." If Chelsea are going in and saying it's too much money, is there a problem?
No. They can't make profit on him. They've changed. Chelsea have turned into Brighton, haven't they?
Yeah, you are right. Yeah.
So they have to be able to make money on it.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily need to make money on the signing. It would be an advantage if we can.
Yeah, but we don't need to. We're in that position now where we
don't really need to, or we shouldn't be needing to.
No, obviously, we're in phase 4 now, aren't we? From that 5 phase. Phase 4 now, isn't it?
Yeah, so we just need to be in a point now where we're putting somebody on the grass and they perform.
Declan Rice, same thing.
A Declan Rice, or even Trossard to that point.
Yeah, Trossard has. He's coming. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, just need to put somebody on there with experience. And my worry with getting Sesko or whatever you pronounce it, is that he doesn't hit the ground running. But then, that kind of says to me that it suits the purpose as well, and Havertz is going to start up top.
Yeah. Is this Sparks? Is this a smoke screen for Gyökeres?
Gyökeres as
I'm a Coventry City fan also, and I still can't pronounce his name, mate.
Yeah, he had a knee operation though, wasn't he?
Has he? So I haven't really heard much on the front of him because he had 56 goals contributions last season. 56.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but obviously he's had a knee op, and we know how they go.
Oh yeah. So maybe that ain't the.
So again, he needs to hit the ground running, not to be kind of.
Yeah. Not a Gabby Jesus where you're nursing him
well,
back to
yeah, I mean Jesus, you can kind of accept it with Jesus because he was already on the books and whatnot. And yeah, he didn't cost nearly 100 million quid. I think it's 88 million quid. His release clause. But again, I don't think that's necessarily going to happen because of his operation, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, if you're in here, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Twitter, please come through to the YouTube and watch it on there. Hit the like on there. Make comments and whatever. Feel free to participate in the conversation. If you've got any questions for us or suggestions that you would like us to talk about, drop them in the chat there, then we can respond accordingly.
Moving on, Sparks. Yeah, so we'll move on to someone else. This might take us into a different territory of conversation. But Haaland addresses Man City reports amid £175 million release clause. Haaland refused to comment on reports Manchester City are looking to extend his contract. So he's pretty much saying, I'm not going to extend because he doesn't know what's going to happen. Yeah, that's pretty much what he's saying in this statement. He's saying he's refused to comment on it because he doesn't know where Man City's future's going, kind of thing.
I mean, he hasn't necessarily said that he's not going to renew. He hasn't said that he's going to renew, but he hasn't said he's not going to renew either. So it's kind of a bit of a non-committal thing, isn't it? It's just like, well,
what do you think? Like, that's the kind of thing, because all this Man City stuff, what's in the air with all this stuff, and Pep Guardiola is on his way out, and Kyle Walker.
Again, that's surmising that he's on his way out, isn't it? It's his contract's up for renewal at the end of next season, I believe, isn't it? So
I think his contract runs out at the end of the season. Pep Guardiola's.
Yeah, next season, as in the season.
Yeah, coming up.
Yeah, coming up.
Yeah.
So I think they're doing 2 + 2 = 5, and kind of assuming he's off. But I don't really know where that's coming from. It's just again, it's
just kind of everywhere at the moment.
Yeah, but I think it's anything to kind of get a story, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah, at the moment, because they're right in the limelight at the moment, isn't they? That's the.
Well, that was before the limelight, wasn't it? It was kind of before all this.
It's because it was meant to be sorted by the end of the season, and now Man City are taking them to court. It's just. I don't think it was ever going to be sorted by the end of the season, though. That's what it was originally promised in the first place.
I know that's what they said.
Yeah, but it's not going to.
I don't think anybody really thought that was going to be the case.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody saw what actually happened the other day, though. It was yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly didn't see it. I don't know if you did.
No.
What do you make of it? What do you make of it anyway? What do you think of that?
Well, about them taking them to court,
taking the Premier League to court, yeah, basically,
because defamation of character, pretty much, isn't it?
Well, they're also saying that they've lost earnings because of it.
Yeah, and then
defamation of character, they lost more money.
I think it's an absolute joke, mate. That's what I think it is. I think they're just trying to drag everyone through the mud and just keep it dragging out as long as possible. Just hand your books over, Man City. Just hand the books over. Let them see if you've done nothing wrong.
Well, this is the thing. When they said that they've got unequivocal proof that they haven't done what they've done.
Yeah.
Well, on like 40 of the charges of the 115 charges, I know that they don't relate to this particular instance.
Yeah.
But like 40 of the charges relate to not actually handing over and not
helping
and not complying with the requests.
Yeah, exactly. So 40 of them. So if they actually handed in the books, if you're hiding something, yeah, just say the police knock at your door, Sparks, yeah, and they say, can we come search premises, yeah? You know there's nothing in there, yeah? You know you're completely fine, yeah? You know they have to have a warrant. You just go, okay then, mate, just crack on, do it, and then just go away then. Like, do you know what I mean? Because you get it out of the way, bye-bye, see you later, I've done nothing wrong.
You know, I don't know if I do that.
If just say someone was on the loose, just say, and they thought it may be in your house. You know they're not in your house. You would just say, yeah, go have a look, wouldn't you? Because it's just nothing. There's no skin on your nose.
Right. So basically, nothing kind of restrictive. They just want to basically check my house and check my backyard.
Yeah, just to check if someone's there.
Okay. Well, I mean, in that instance, I probably would.
Yeah, because you ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to hide anyway. But if somebody come to my door and basically said, "Well, you've got drugs in there" or whatever,
yeah,
I just go, well, but what are you basing that on?
Yeah, but basically, what's happened? So, how the best way of explaining it is the police have a warrant. They're at the door and they're saying we need to come in and check, and then you're saying you're not coming in.
They got a warrant, haven't they? But the point is they haven't got.
So that's what the Premier League have. They can check Man City's books, but Man City just won't let them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. If you've got unequivocal proof and it's going to get all the heat off you, you can't then claim that it's I saw the thing from whatever his name is. I was going to use a name, but I know it's completely the wrong name. So I'm
carry on. Yeah.
But he did a thing with the BBC, and he basically said it's taken longer to get here than it should have taken, or something.
Yeah, because
we all agree with that.
Yeah,
but whose fault is that? You know?
Do you know what? It wouldn't be this bad if they wouldn't have went for Everton, Nottingham Forest, Leicester City before they've even come up. If they wouldn't have went for all these other teams just for little, like a couple of charges here and there, it wouldn't be as bad because we wouldn't want something done instantly, would we?
I don't understand because they're basically going. So they reckon I heard that Everton are going to get done again.
Yeah.
Right. So all this nonsense that we're going on. Oh well, we can't deal with it because there's so many charges, right?
Yeah.
Well, there aren't that many charges that actually relate to profit and sustainability, right?
No, they only go back to 2018 to 19 season. It's not. We're not talking the past 50. We're talking the past 4 seasons.
Yes, you're not talking about 50 charges.
No. Them complying is majority of the charges because they're not complying.
So why didn't they sort out the charges for those instances, and then the other charges they sort out in the courtroom? I don't get it.
No, neither do I. Then that guy I told you about before, where he hacked their system and found out everything. That's what they're kind of saying. We don't have to show you anything because it's come from someone who's not legitimate. But even if it wasn't someone legitimate, if they're asking for the books, the Premier League, let them look at the books.
I mean, they base everything on accounts, submitted accounts.
Exactly, yeah.
So it doesn't matter that somebody's hacked it because it's public information.
Yeah, exactly right, yeah. But now, the public information that they were given was wrong. That's
granted that the information that Joe Bloggs has sent a check over for 8 million quid, and you've sent it around the channels and it's come back as 68 million quid.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, that's different.
It's laughable, mate, because it's just like what is because what I've seen today, I've seen another article today saying I think it was from the Daily Star and the Mirror, something stupid, but they said that if something happens to Man City, they're going to go to that Super League and just be gone. That's what their owners think.
So if that was the case, right, why didn't they do that in the first place? If they think that all these rules are unfair,
yeah,
why is now the Super League an option?
Yeah,
When
because they're
wasn't?
running. That's why. Running scared.
And I'll tell you why that is.
Yeah.
Because then you're competing with the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, and you're talking power.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's what it is. Because they are basically funded by the Spanish taxpayer as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's have it right. You know, you could basically say that Man City are run by a state. That, you know, City fans will say that they're not, but they are. But that's the same for Barcelona and Real Madrid, really. They've all been bailed out by the taxman.
Yeah, literally. Well, Barcelona is literally what's happening with them right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the only reason they're still afloat.
Yeah, it's baffling, mate. It's baffling because we're only seeing, because Man City ain't defending themselves. We're only seeing certain things. So we're only necessarily seeing what the.
One second.
No, carry on, mate. We're only seeing whispers and rumours of what's actually going on. So that's kind of the hard thing. We're not getting the full picture because Man City ain't actually defended themselves. So we don't really know. We can't say, oh, well, Man City haven't done this, because all we know are the rumours and what people are saying. We ain't got no solid facts.
No, exactly. There's nothing solid. Anyway, so yeah, we could go on about that all night.
Yeah, anyway. Should we move on to something else?
Yeah, we just kind of brush over that because it's very difficult to not discuss it when it's so prominent.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're found not guilty, then they have to give points back to Everton. Yeah. And they have to give points back to Forest.
Mate, if they're found not guilty, I think a lot of the Premier League clubs are going to strike.
It's probably going to collapse, isn't it? The whole thing's going to collapse.
Yeah, and it's going to be turmoil. Anyway, I'll move on to a bit more transfer news, yeah?
Yeah.
Arsenal are eyeing Amadou Onana as a midfield partner for Declan Rice, with Fabrizio Romano confirming that there has been contact with Everton. What's your thoughts?
Is there any figures involved in that?
Let me click on it. Arsenal in the market on the short list. I'm just scrolling through. There's something Onana, might make contact. No, not by the looks of things. Nothing. They're not saying. They're not saying. What I can do, I will go. Shall I go into transfer market and look at his transfer market value? We can kind of go from there.
Yeah, can do.
Okay. Oh no, because they do on transfer market, don't they? Transfer market.
Don't start being annoying, Cat.
My dog's upstairs locked away, mate.
Oh, he's
leave me alone.
Knows. Yeah. He knows exactly what he's doing.
What they've got on transfer market, which is quite good, which is quite good when you want to look at, if anyone wants to look at them.
Who's this?
You know, transfermarket.co.uk.
Oh yeah,
They couldn't give you a rough estimate. I'm having a look now.
Yeah.
His current market value is at 50 million.
Yeah, I mean, if it's somewhere 50, 60 million, I think it'd be all right.
The thing is that's what I mean. If we go for Osimhen, I think that's what the Onana option is.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, if City are in the market, they're going for Guimaraes anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, Bruno Guimaraes. Yeah.
So they're not going Paqueta anymore because obviously the looming ban.
Yeah, the ban for life.
Yeah, well, somebody got banned for 10 years and they only had one case. So
yeah, I remember that. I've seen that earlier, actually.
Yeah. So
but yeah, it's not £50 million as well. The current market, it's €50 million, by the way. €50
million, yeah.
But it's going to be more than that. You've got to think 22 years old, inflation, Premier League inflation. I think what this actually decides, personally, I think what they were trying to ponder of was whether Declan Rice was going to play the 6 or the 8. I think this determines that Declan Rice will play the 8.
Well, it depends if you get a 6 and an 8, I guess.
Well, just say it was Onana because that's who we're looking at now.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying if we got two midfielders, we got an A6 and A8.
An 8, yeah.
Then it opens.
And that's if Thomas Partey leaves as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't see anybody coming in for him, really.
Neither do I.
I think he just stays for either the end of the contract or maybe even gets another year just to see, if he kind of pulls any trees up this year.
Like we spoke about last time, I would, if a suitable offer don't come in, keep him.
Yeah, I think it's got to be something over 20 million.
Yeah, I can agree on that.
If it's not anything over that, we just keep him for the.
Yeah. So that's the rumour. So now, do you want me to give you a few little stats? He's had 30 appearances this season. He scored 2 goals, 5 yellow cards. He's been in the starting 11 60% of the time. So he hasn't been a full-on starting 11 player. He's been 60% of the time. Do you think this is an underwhelming signing?
Yes and no.
I'm in the same boat.
Again, it depends who comes with it.
Yeah, I think I completely agree.
If he comes with a Osimhen and Yusuf Fofana is an interesting one for me.
Yeah, he's £20 million,
20 million quid, yeah. 20 million euros, isn't he?
Yeah, 20 million euros even. Yeah, they're saying he's going. So.
Yeah. So if you get something like that, a bargain, a mid-range, and an Osimhen,
I'm happy with that, mate.
I'm all right with that. In fact, I think I'd be all right with the whole window with that. But
yeah, same as me. I definitely would. So there's a little quick stipulation, if that's the word for it. There's a 20% sell-on clause from Lille from when Everton paid 35 million euros for him.
For who? For
so
Onana?
if we went and signed Onana from Everton, Lille would get 20% of it.
Yeah, well, it's not our problem, is it?
No, but that pushes the value up, don't it?
Well, yes and no.
Because you think, just say we did sign him, what this market value is saying 50 million, yeah?
Yeah.
That means 20% of that, they paid 35 million for him, so the 20% that would go is what they paid for him in the first place.
Well,
they wouldn't make anything, not one thing.
They just need money on their books, don't they?
Yeah. But you get what I'm saying? So because of that, they'll try and push it a bit more.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously they don't. They just need wages off their wage bill, and they need money in the bank.
ASAP, isn't it?
I think it's before the 30th, isn't it?
Yeah, before the 30th. I think that's correct, mate. That's what I've read and seen. So
yeah,
I'd be, you know what? When I've seen Onana, I think he's a good player, but progressively going forward, I don't think he's it. But I think if we got that other midfielder, like you said, him and Partey did stay. Just for an example, him and Partey rotating between themselves, I wouldn't be mad at.
Yeah, I mean, definitely more a 6 than anything else.
Yeah, he's definitely a 6 because progressively he's not it. I can see him playing that 8 position, but what he could be quite good at is because his tackling and his interceptions are actually really good. If you actually watch him, that's his main. What would you say?
That kind of goes without saying, doesn't it? With a 6, but
yeah. So when we're in the final third and we're boxing them in, Onana would be good in the 8 just for that. Like swapping with, but Declan Rice is good at that. So
I mean, predominantly they're going to be halfway line and higher anyway, aren't they?
Yeah. One that's just literally popped up right now. Do you know Brian Bobby from Ajax?
Yes.
He scored 26 in the last 40 games. He has said that Arsenal are the club that he wants to sign for. Whether we're in for him or not, that's what he has said. No.
Yeah, I mean that would underwhelm me by a lot, to be honest.
Yeah. Is he an upgrade on Jesus?
Is he an upgrade on Nketiah, really?
No, not really. Shall we move on to Nketiah? Because that one's a bit silly one. Fulham and Wolves are battling it out for 30 million, what it says on here. And that's this Evening Standard News. They reckon that Fulham and Wolves are the two teams battling for a £30 million signing of Eddie Nketiah.
Look, for me, quite Eddie thrives a bit more when he's got a bit more space.
Yeah.
So when he's got a bit of time, he can run off the shoulder.
Yeah.
Then he's more than able.
Yeah.
But we go against so many teams that are full on defensive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that first.
He's just not suitable for our team, is he, mate? Like he's just not. No.
That goal that he scored against Chelsea, I think was it last year before?
It was last year, yeah.
It was last year, wasn't it? Where he basically spun inside and then wrong-footed and put it away.
Yeah. That's kind of his aspect of game, like the Sheffield United, the hat trick.
Yeah, but you're not going to get that against many teams at all.
No, it's low blocks.
Yeah,
and he ain't the type of player to play with a low block. He really. And
I think that's why Man United got so many points early on, was because everybody just went like we used to be. Everybody they fancy their chances against us.
Yeah.
So everybody just attacks us.
Yeah.
But not now.
No.
And I think that's why Man United got so many points, because
and that's why Arteta had to change things when we went to Dubai, because because they figured us out and they knew how we played, and we had to change it up.
I mean, yeah.
I think that's what it comes down to, really, isn't it?
But I don't think I think we've outgrown him.
Yeah, really. Definitely. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Eddie's a bad player. I watched, so say 5 seasons ago. This is before Saka broke through for the team. He was in the under-21s at the time as well. Eddie Nketiah and Joe Willock. Yeah. I went and watched about 4 or 5 of the under-21 games on the bounce, and Eddie Nketiah was the best player on the pitch out of all of them. And that's because he had that little bit of experience. And then he looked really, really good. And I thought he's the one who's actually going to break through and do really well for us. But it's just a shame that it is what it is. But I think he'll do good for a team like that. I think he's too good for a recently promoted team. But I think he will do well in a mid-table team.
Yeah,
I could see him do well at a Palace.
I think even a top 6 side, top 5 or 6 side, to be honest.
Yeah. Right, so moving on, we've got one. I think this is a good one, and then I always get confused by this man's age. Mbeumo to Liverpool is what's coming up. Liverpool can offer Brentford 4 players to seal Brian Mbeumo swap deal. Liverpool are in summer transfer race with Newcastle to sign Mbeumo, which I think is a really. I wouldn't mind him coming as a backup for Saka, to be honest with you. I rate him. He's 24 as well.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was older than that, but
I thought he was about 32. He looks like he's had two wives, 2 divorces.
I swear, some players, they've just got 13 passports or something. Yeah. But yeah, not entirely legitimate. Let's go with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who are they swapping him with?
Oh, I'm trying to look into Carvalho. Carvalho will be part of the deal. Obviously, the youngster Carvalho, who they got from Fulham a couple of seasons ago. Yeah, Carvalho, Tsimikas, Vandenberg, because he's the one who's come out and said he wants to leave.
Yeah.
And Bietic, however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
So they're the 4 that are part of the kind of deal. I can't see 4 players going, but they're saying that
they're not going to go permanently anyway, are they? They'll probably go.
The centre back, the one I can't pronounce his name, Vandenberg, whatever his name is. He's permanently going somewhere.
Yeah, Bietic is a youth product, isn't he?
Yeah, so exactly. Tsimikas is their backup left back, so I don't understand that one.
Yeah, Tsimikas he's not all that.
No, he's not. No.
Yeah, I don't really rate him, to be honest.
No, but yeah,
I always remember that Everton game actually when Ashley Young got sent off.
Yeah,
and the challenge that Ashley Young got booked for the first time.
Yeah.
Or whichever way around it was, when he got the booking, it was very similar challenge to Simicast did the same challenge about 4 times and didn't get anything.
Nothing.
No. He's getting booked all over the place for it.
Do you know what I got asked today, Sparks?
Go on.
It was by a Rangers fan who was in my live on TikTok. If people don't follow me on TikTok, I'm
right. I think I was in that live, but I don't know if I heard that.
No. So basically, a Rangers fan, he said to me, I think you might have heard it about Martinelli. Do you think Arsenal should upgrade on Gabriel Martinelli?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, it kind of undecided, really. But it depends who you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you're going for a Liao or something of that,
Rodrigo, something like that.
Yeah. Then what I wouldn't mind is having somebody on that left, so that we've then got Martinelli, Trossard, Jesus as backups.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, neither would I. I generally think that if we bring in a new striker, we do need backup for Saka. I think that Arteta may be thinking of Jesus as the backup to Saka.
Well, Martinelli can do that job as well, is what I'm saying. So you basically got him on the left wing, whoever it is. Then you've then got Martinelli. You've got Trossard, obviously, to back up the left as well.
Yeah.
And you've got Jesus.
Got quite a few in there, yeah.
All to cover the wings.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, Jesus wouldn't stay around too long because he's getting old now anyway, isn't he? So.
Yeah, he's coming. What is he? 27 now.
Yeah, I think he's. Yeah. He seems older than that. I don't know why.
He just seems like he's been around for a while. When he first signed for City, he was only 22.
Yeah.
21, 22. Another thing that's just come up. So they pop up when they're kind of breaking. Jack Grealish is reportedly set to stay at Man City despite his limited game time. He's committed and said that he's going to stay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see him leaving anyway. They're not going to recoup the money for him.
He made 10 Premier League appearances last season. Mad. Would you take him? Just example. Would you take a Jack Grealish if it was a cut price?
It depends what you call in cut price.
If they said £30 million, £40 million, you can have him.
I mean, they're not going to do that, are they? That's...
No. I don't think he's a massive upgrade on Trossard.
And the thing is that he does essentially what Saka does.
Yeah, he holds up the play.
He slows it down. And he looks for a hole, as it were. But my assessment has always been a bit of Grealish. He plays the man more than he plays the ball on the pitch.
Yeah.
He waits for the man to commit, and I suppose Saka's turned into a bit of that.
I completely agree on that.
Yeah, when he actually cuts inside players and stuff like that.
Yeah. So the season before, what we kind of did, Sparks, was Martinelli and Saka both ran at their players. Whereas this season, Saka kind of sits a bit further back and then he holds the ball up and keeps ball close to his feet and drag players towards him. I think
we actually started off doing both sides.
Yeah.
And it was almost like it was an instruction.
Yeah.
That we only do it down the right-hand side now.
Yeah, it is. That's what it seems like to me as well.
It was a little bit odd. And everybody's saying, oh, Martinelli's not performing. But... didn't they say that about Bellingham when he in the final? Yeah, and you're like, well, and I'm not comparing him to Bellingham by any stretch of imagination. What I'm saying is that he's restricted by what the manager has told him to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So basically, Bellingham didn't do a lot because in the first half he was told to kind of defend, and in the second half he was told to just sit there.
I think kind of what it is with Gabby, with Martinelli, he can lose the ball quite. When he's going at people, he can lose the ball quite often, and then we're putting the real pressure then because when we're forward, we've got 7 or 8 people. We've got 7 or 8 people behind the ball, And if he's losing that ball, that's why we're trying to hold on to it. If he loses it, they're straight counter-attack and they can score.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, that Liverpool do the same thing as that, and just basically gung ho and all systems go.
Yeah,
and it always seems to rebound back to a Liverpool player. And before everything dropped off, at least, I kind of noticed quite a lot. Watched a lot of Liverpool games.
Yeah,
and they get dispossessed, but it always kind of fell to a Liverpool player.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, going into the new season, is Trossard your starting left winger or is Martinelli? First game of the season.
I think you have to go with Martinelli.
Yeah, I do as well. Trossard is, don't get me wrong, he's a great player, but Martinelli, I think when people would say that to me, I think, okay, then, so if you don't think he's had a good ceiling, where do you see Martinelli's ceiling? Like, where can he go? And some people were saying to me, him having a loan, maybe potentially a loan. And I was
definitely not. No,
definitely not. I said, well, if, say he has another good season, Real Madrid would gladly, Barcelona would gladly come in and take Martinelli off our hands.
No, I mean, he's not going anywhere, is he?
No. I love Gabby.
Yeah, I love him as well. But I do think he probably needs a bit more competition.
Yeah.
He probably needs somebody else to learn from.
Yeah.
Because at the moment he's got Trossard and he's not the same profile.
No.
Can you stop, please? Keep trying to get in this bleeding box. Piss me off. Trying to be PG then as well, and you know.
Yeah, you're messing it up for us, lad.
Messed it up. We need a bleep on that bit.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So well, there we go. But yeah, I like Martinelli, but I do think that he probably needs somebody of his same kind of profile to kind of learn from.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Again, somebody of the profile of like a Leao. That's not saying that we're going to get Leao, because I mean it'd be absolutely ridiculous that we're going to get.
Yeah. I think I get what you're kind of saying, like how we're in this phase 4 now where we sign big players. I think that's the kind of the next one along. If Martinelli isn't progressing, someone to come and rotate with him and learn from a big money signing. Not this season, the following season.
I'm not sure it should be the next one. I mean, I still think it should be this one.
Yeah, I don't think we can. Because we want a right winger, a left winger, a centre midfielder, a striker. I mean, they want.
I mean, everybody's saying that we're going to sell 10 and 11 players, and I just don't see that happening.
No, it never happens. Every window we say we need to get rid of this, that. I can only really see Smith Rowe. We spoke about this already, but Smith Rowe.
I think maybe 6 go.
Yeah, agreed. And that's including Tierney and Lokonga.
Yeah, the surplus requirements. The guys that have been on loan, I think, will go.
Yeah. Tavares, Lokonga, and Tierney. Yeah.
I think we can afford to lose one defender, and that would probably be Zinchenko, because we could probably get some decent money back for him.
Yeah, because company wants him, don't it? You think Bayern Munich already were interested in him, and now they've got company.
Yeah, I keep seeing the ones about Kivior as well, but I don't think he'd go.
No. Well, if you get rid of Kivior, we have to replace him. What's the point?
No, it doesn't make sense to me.
No, it don't make sense to me at all, mate, either. Do you want to carry on with some more?
Yeah, go for it.
Right, okay. Let's have a quick look, because I'm just on BBC. Just waiting for it to load. That's the TV just right. Remember, my TV randomly just keeps turning on. It's just turned on again. Wolves set to fail in bid to scrap Premier League VAR. Don't know what that's about.
I saw that, and I don't know why they're pursuing the scrapping VAR. I understand them making a point, but I keep seeing reports of them still saying they want to scrap it.
Yeah.
And
I'm just moving this a sec because I need to put.
Oh, hello. You moved and went off. Moved and went off. Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just putting my phone on charge at the same time, and I've got to pause this TV. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, no worries. Guys, if you're in the chat, please make sure to hit the like button. and the subscribe.
Just quickly grab my laptop.
I think we're on 79 subscribers, so I need to get into triple figures. So I appreciate every single one of you. If you do hit that subscribe button right away, that'll be wonderful. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So moving on, I'm going actually. I have got a question for you. Well, I'll give you my opinion, and then you tell me what you think, Sparks. So, what I'm thinking that Chelsea are going to have a relatively good season with this new manager, and I don't know why. Yeah. Pep Guardiola's ex-assistant, as Mikel Arteta was. They've no matter what people say, they've got a good core of players there, and I don't know why. I think they may have a relatively good season. I think they might surprise a few people.
What are you calling a good season?
I'm calling pushing for fourth.
You think a push for top four?
Yeah, I'm not talking top three like Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City. I'm talking, pushing for fourth.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible. What's also possible is that they want to sack him by December, though.
Yeah, that is a very big possibility too. Very, very big possibility.
You know, so... And again, I'm not saying that will happen. I'm just saying that it has
potential to happen.
Potential to happen, yes.
Yeah. So, what is coming back to? So the latest one, what's coming up? It's talking about Elise and Sesko to Chelsea again. Shall we touch on about Aston Villa? What Ornstein popped up with yesterday? That Aston Villa were in talks with Conor Gallagher.
Oh, they're going for Gallagher, are they?
Yeah, it was, Ornstein posted. I was on live last night on TikTok, and it came up while I was on there that Ornstein, or it was literally come from Orney. He said that they were in talks with Conor Gallagher, and that's because Douglas Luiz is going to Juventus.
That's another one I don't understand. How is Douglas Luiz just going to Juventus? I don't.
I'm not wrong by saying that. He is, isn't he?
I saw that as well. Yes, but was that through DiMarzio?
Yeah, DiMarzio. Yeah.
I don't know unless he specifically wants to go to Italy. I don't really know why he would do that.
Oh, you know what, mate? If just say we did get Osherman, and it's not the Sesko version, I'd take Douglas Luiz all day. I would
as well.
I'd take Douglas Luiz over Onana.
Yeah.
He's only 24, Douglas Luiz.
Yeah. No,
image profile for us. Brazilian.
Yeah.
Brazilian. But yeah, it is a bit of a mad one.
I don't really know. I don't know why we're not going for him. If he's 50 million quid.
Yeah, because that's how much they're quoting as well. I'll quickly search. Douglas Luiz. I think it was if he's that price, I don't know why we're not going for him.
It was 50 million quid I saw.
Was it?
Yesterday, and I was like, that can't be right. Surely not.
Aston Villa begin talks to complete Douglas Luiz swap deal. Yeah, he's on his everything I see on here now, he's on his way out. They're amongst so what they're thinking is swapping Weston McKennie for Douglas Luiz.
I think that's a massive mistake.
Yeah, I think that's a big out. But I don't know why he's doing it, but Douglas Luiz, this is Birmingham Live, so it's obviously pretty reliable because it's Birmingham and that's where they are. Douglas Luiz has been linked and has... Oh, no, this was 1:05 today. Joseph Chapman from Birmingham Live speaking to Douglas Luiz as well. He has reiterated that he's happy at Villa.
Oh, okay.
But they do say that sometimes. Look at Sol Campbell. Bring up Sol anytime I can.
I don't see that having legs. I don't understand it.
No, I don't see that one having legs either. I think that's a bit of a...
If it happens, it's a crazy move, especially for that money as well.
And especially when they're doing so well.
Well, they just got Champions League football.
Yeah. Here's a take as well. What I think, and I had people all up on my TikTok again today about it. I think that Aston Villa will finish 7th or 8th next season.
I think 7th. I like Villa. I hope they don't drop off.
Yeah.
I hope they maintain what they're on with.
Yeah.
But I just think with the extra demand of Champions League over like Conference League and whatever, I think it's going to hurt.
Yeah. I seen you post about the Nottingham Forest thing earlier as well on your Twitter.
Which bit?
About them releasing all them players.
Oh, 18 players. Yes, I saw that. 18 players they're getting rid of.
Because they signed that 18 players
when they got them.
Because they signed 18 players that one window, didn't they? As well.
22 players.
Yeah, 22 players it was, yeah.
Yeah, they got 22 players. Didn't they spend 146 million or something?
Yeah,
stupid?
Yeah.
And yeah, big gamble. Obviously, they got 4 points in the end, or 2?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, well, I think they appeal. It was 6. They appealed and got 2 back. Or was that? Or am I wrong?
No, I think they got 4.
Yeah,
and I think they appealed it to try and get it to 2, and they said no.
Yeah. There's one other thing that I posted as well yesterday. Apparently, Saudi Arabian teams, Al Ahly, are willing to pay 19 million euros for Casemiro.
Yeah, I mean that's
what?
That's just bordering on the thing that you're basically accusing Man City of, surely.
Yeah, surely, mate. Surely, because Casemiro, he was awful last season. Absolutely dreadful. Dreadful last season.
It really was shocking as far
as. And
he's
31 years old, mate.
I thought he was older than that, to be honest.
Is he older than 30? But someone in my comments was saying to me, what they specifically said was that Casemiro is he's that profile of player because he's won 5 Champions Leagues where his name talks.
Yeah, I get that. I get that, and he obviously played for Real Madrid and whatever. But
no,
that's just madness for me. That.
Yeah, complete madness. Absolute madness.
I did see a thing with Ben Jacobs, and I don't know how much I kind of buy into what he says, but
yeah,
he was saying it's more likely that there's a 30 million fee with like 30 million bonuses or whatever.
Silly. The other one, what's on here regarding Man United, let me grab my laptop back again, sorry. I'll just pulling my phone off charge. Apparently, Al Nassr are ready to make a £128 million bid for Bruno Fernandes to Saudi Arabia.
See, I don't see. Has he got 3 years left on his deal or something?
Yeah, 3 years left. Yeah.
So I don't really. I don't.
He's 30 years old.
I don't see him leaving.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't know. I think he does get a lot of abuse. And you know what?
He gets a lot of stick, yeah, but he's their main creator. I don't.
No, I don't. He's a captain. I can't really see him leaving. But a lot of these Saudi Arabian clubs are linked with these Manchester United players. A lot of them.
Yeah.
And then one of them there. This is on both of the subjects. So they're pictured next to each other. So I don't know if you can see this picture right next. Alisson is considering his Liverpool exit after Jurgen Klopp is gone. Apparently he may leave.
But isn't that the same with Edison as well?
Yeah.
Edison's because he's started picking up injuries, isn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah. Because he's been picking up quite a few injuries as well. But it says Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson has not yet ruled out a summer move to the Saudi Pro League, though ultimately his preference is to stay in Europe. So that's sounding like he wants to leave.
Don't know. I don't.
Because he's not saying I don't want to leave. He's saying, yeah. Some of them are just absolutely bogus. Like, But I'm just going. But yeah, with the one for Douglas Luiz is Di Marzio, and he can be reliable, then he can be off reliable sometimes, can't he?
Yeah, he's a bit of an odd one.
Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of trying to. So
what do you reckon to Gallagher then? What do you think he's worth? Because I see
Conor
that
Gallagher.
he's Conor Gallagher.
I think £40 to £50 million.
You reckon he's worth that much?
I think Conor Gallagher's been their second best player this season. I mean, you've got to take into account Conor Gallagher is English, and you have to have a certain amount of English players.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but every player that we want to sell apparently is worth about £3.
Yeah, about £5 million.
And any time we say, oh well, yeah, but it's the English tax.
Don't work for us.
It doesn't work, but any Chelsea player, it's like.
Yeah, I'm saying so. My particular value, what I would say, just say Arsenal came in for him, which we're not going to. I would say 30 million is what I would say that's reasonable. But what they will get for him is about 40, 50 million is what I'm thinking. Because Chelsea do sell well.
Yeah, well, yeah, but the problem is that they're going to end up with like nobody left, aren't they?
No, because I think Conor Gallagher, literally behind Cole Palmer and probably along with Gusto, I think he's been their best player. And I think even the other day for England, he looked like one of the better players on the pitch. Him, Alexander-Arnold, I thought Cole Palmer looked poor. Until he scored that goal, I think he had no presence in the game at all. I think Ollie Watkins looked poor. He
had a couple of contributions for me, but I didn't look anything spectacular.
I think we were missing Saka in that game. I know as an Arsenal fan, it sounds biased.
Well, it's hard to tell though, isn't it? Because obviously the players are trying to not get injured.
That was a job interview, essentially, wasn't it?
Yeah, you've got Southgate deciding whether he wants to wear a waistcoat or a t-shirt. That's kind of headline news now, apparently, because he's changing his wardrobe.
Looking back on where we first met.
You're like, what? How is this even a thing? Oh, the waistcoat's gone. He's now having.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you know what's the worst thing? Yeah, he gets protected so much. Gareth Southgate, it's a joke.
I don't understand how they twerk for him so much.
I don't either.
And you know that game really, it made my eyes bleed.
Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. You know what? I tweeted as well. I said this is one of the most boring games I've watched in a long time, mate. It was like watching League One football, but League One better than that. I'm not dissing League One football either. No,
I reckon if I'd smashed something over my head, I'd have probably felt better.
Yeah, definitely was. Until certain players start getting involved and coming on, it looks a bit better.
Yeah, when the subs happened, obviously it kind of perks up.
Yeah, which I totally agree on. Endo apparently is going to leave Liverpool as well. That's what they're saying.
One sec. Behave. Oh shit. See, I thought he actually looked quite good value for money for what he was.
Yeah.
Didn't they pay 15 million quid for him or something?
Yeah, 15 million quid it was, yeah. I've just seen now, mate. Do you know how much Aston Villa are paying for Ross Barkley?
5 million.
£5 million?
Yeah.
That's a great signing.
Yeah, but he must have had it written in his contract, mustn't he? He must have just gone, well, it's just a token thing. If I get seen, and somebody wants me, then he must have done something like that.
Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it?
It has to be, otherwise there'd be more negotiation than that. I mean, and probably relegation clause as well.
Definitely. One of the ones. Well, do you know how we've been talking about wingers that could potentially come in? And I know it's a massive step up for him, but Somerville.
Yeah, I like him, but I think we're at the stage we need need here and nows, and
he's £30 million.
Yeah, but Somerville. Is he actually going to displace Martinelli?
No.
So
he's literally there. He'd be bringing in the similar type of
sideways stepping it.
Yeah, literally. Apparently Liverpool are ready to bid £30 million. Arsenal will reluctantly let England Eddie Nketiah go 25, leave the club with Fulham prepared to offer £30 million for the forward. The Gooners are also open to offers for Ukrainian left-back Alexander Zinchenko, who has been linked, and that was Football Insider.
See, I can understand Liverpool because I think that Diaz, is it, that normally plays on that left-hand side?
Yeah. They're looking for Somerville. It's apparently a replacement for Salah as well. But he's right-footed, and he plays on the left wing. They must have got it wrong, but yeah, they're linked with Somerville.
No, surely Somerville plays on the left. I know.
He does. Yeah, I know he does as well. So they've got that part wrong, but that's the mirror.
Well, I mean,
there you go. There you have
no
it.
More. Yeah, say no more with that one.
Yeah. So this is quite good news. I like this news. Real Madrid have decided to exercise their option to sign Spanish forward Joselu on a permanent transfer from Espanyol for €1 million. I think he deserved that.
Well, I mean, you remember when we played Barcelona and Nicolas Bentner had that shot that he should have just pile drived straight into the top corner, and he tried to be delicate with it, and then he ended up skying it right over the bar.
Yeah.
If he'd have scored that, I'd have just gone, you can sit there as long as you want, mate.
Yeah, forever.
I don't really give a shit. You can have a contract for life. And, happy days. So I guess if anybody's earned that, then Joselu did. I
think so. That semi-final, he come on and scored 2 goals, didn't he?
Madness, wasn't it? It just completely flipped it around.
Yeah. I've just seen something as well. I said about Liverpool are plotting to sign a new defensive midfielder with Japanese international Endo, viewed only as a stopgap player. How old is Endo, Sparks?
Oh, he's not very old. I think he's
31 years old.
No way.
He's 31 years old. I can't believe what I've just seen.
No way, he's 31.
Look, Liverpool. Yeah, I don't know if you can see. He's 31 years old. Liverpool are plotting.
I'll take your word for it. But that is
Wataru Endo, 31.
What?
I can't believe it.
Are you talking about Jesus, but like being around forever, and you think he's older than he is?
I think I need to check this just in case.
That has got me. That.
Me too. Endo, Wataru Endo, born 90. He's my age, 1993. I'm 31 years old. He's 5 months older than me.
Jesus Christ.
9th of February 1993.
Well, I mean that explains why
they were looking for someone else.
Quid for
him. 31.
That's crazy.
He's aged very well.
I thought he was like a grower, if you know what I mean.
I can't believe that.
A project.
Yeah.
As we all like to be reminded.
I thought he was like 22.
I thought it was around that.
Yeah.
I was even going to go 19, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you seen that Lukaku's back at Chelsea?
Yeah, well, his loan's expired, isn't it?
He's back training at Chelsea.
Lukaku's done
I seen it yesterday, and it was like, it said AC Milan are going in for Lukaku from Chelsea. And I thought, he still plays for Chelsea?
Yeah, he was on loan, wasn't he?
He's been on loan for the past 4 years, hasn't he?
But yeah, went on loan to Inter, wasn't it?
Inter, Roma,
and then
he was Inter for 2 years.
Inter for 2 years, and then they didn't carry on the loan, did they?
No, but it's Roma now.
Roma,
so yeah, this will be 4th loan season.
And didn't he do? Was it AC Milan before that?
No, it weren't AC. He didn't go AC. I think he did go somewhere else there. I think he did. No, it was Inter. It was Inter and Roma 3 years.
Yeah. 3 years.
Yeah. What about this one? Okay. Borussia Dortmund do not have a buy option for defender Ian Maatsen, who has a £35 million release clause. If Zinchenko went somewhere, would you go in for Ian Maatsen?
From Chelsea?
Yeah. For that left-hand side. Because when he was at Bern, I know it was there, and when he's been at Dortmund this season, he's been very good.
Yeah.
He's 22 years old.
I don't know.
Neither.
Is it really any difference having Kivior there?
I think it's an upgrade on Kivior at left back.
Is it?
Yeah, Maatsen has done very well at Dortmund. Well, he's got to a Champions League final.
I mean, are we even going to play left back and right back?
I don't think we are.
We're probably going to play 3 centre backs, aren't we?
Yeah. When are we going to get to that point? You know, like with City, how John Stones has gone through to centre midfield, kind of like the invert of a centre back. Saliba is kind of going towards that now.
Well, not with Timber coming back.
No, that'll be Timber. Do you reckon we will go to a back three?
Possible.
I think it's possible as well.
Possible, isn't it?
Because Arteta does switch up and change things like that.
I think the thing is as well, if having 2 strikers, if you got a supporting striker and so a Šeško and Havertz, for example,
yeah,
it could go towards that, you know.
It could do, and you think we would absolutely suffocate teams if that was that. That's kind of what that play is, because that's what we do at the moment anyway. We always have 3 behind the ball anyway, don't we?
Yeah, it could be a bit mad.
Yeah, it could be. Do you want me to read out some more, or you happy to carry on, or?
Yeah, we'll go for a bit.
Okay. Let's have a look. It's just more like Burnley. Burnley have made contact with. So who would you think that Burnley would come in for the Burnley job? Have a guess. Shall we play a little guessing game after Vincent Kompany? Do you have any idea? I think it's a bit of a random one, this is.
What's happening with Potter and Brighton?
Graham Potter, yeah. Is he? He's meant to be going back to Brighton, though.
He was supposed to be going back to Brighton, but
I ain't heard nothing from him.
One. There was another one I saw, actually. Steve Cooper. I think Steve Cooper was linked with the Leicester job.
So the one for Burnley is Alan Pardew, which surprised me a little bit because we ain't seen him in a long time.
Yeah.
When was the last time he managed?
Newcastle.
Yeah, that was a long. How many seasons ago was that now?
Don't know how long's Howe been there.
A long time, like 4 seasons, 3 seasons. Just after Arteta's first.
West Ham before after that.
Alan Pardew was at West Ham quite a long time ago, I think. I think Alan Pardew. Who
was at West Ham? Oh, Billy.
I think Palace was his last job.
Huh?
Was Palace his last job?
Don't remember.
Yeah. Anyway,
Moyes took over from Bilic, didn't he? In the end.
Yeah. Apparently, Graham Potter, on that Graham Potter subject, what you've asked for, the last 3 posts I've seen of it, Graham Potter's rejected the Brighton job.
Oh, is he?
He's rejected it. He's apparently been promised. I've just had David Ornstein come up at the top. James Maddison not a part of the Euro 2024 squad.
I mean, that's that doesn't really surprise me too much.
We said this in our predictions, but apparently Graham Potter is next in line for Gareth Southgate's job if you don't make at least the semi-finals. That's what he's holding off on. Graham Potter snubbed 2 Premier League jobs because of Gareth Southgate. That's the mirror, and then talks.
Right. So is Ten Hag going to keep his job until Southgate's available?
By the looks of things, yeah.
Because that's what that's telling me now.
That's what that's telling me too. That's telling me it's a switcheroo. Ten Hag goes, Southgate comes in for the United job, and then Potter goes for the England job. And you know what? I'd be happy with Graham Potter as the England manager. I'd prefer him over Southgate.
I mean, I prefer me over Southgate, to be honest.
Yeah, but I personally, I don't think we should have an English manager, and it might sound in a certain way, but I don't think.
I think it's definitely restricting options.
Yeah, it is definitely, because you think Graham Potter, like there's a lot more better managers out there, but they're just not English.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not his biggest fan. Let's go with that.
Yeah, I think he is an upgrade, but if they're going for an English manager like they are, I don't think, who else could there be? Eddie Howe, but Eddie Howe ain't using Newcastle. So it would be Graham Potter.
Yeah, there's only Graham Potter, Steve Cooper.
No, I would definitely wouldn't take Steve Cooper. No chance.
No, not for me.
No, Jadon Sancho is pushing for a permanent move from Dortmund to Manchester United. I think we can see that happening anyway. I think that's a given.
Yeah, but they're saying they can't afford it, don't they?
Yeah, they're saying £30 million. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, they want 50, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put this back on charge. Yeah, so £30 million for Sancho. Let me pull the laptop over. I've just got to put my phone back on charge. My silly iPhone takes so long to charge. Right. Apparently, Manchester United and Liverpool are both in for Inacio from Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah.
Gonzalo, and that is €100 million. It is €100 million. That one. So that's a big fee.
Yeah, Ian actually.
Yeah, Inacio. Yeah. I'm just going through them because there's transfers everywhere. Like, but there's some of them what ain't really relevant, like MLS, and we're not ones we really want to talk about. Let's have a quick look. I'm on Sky Sports now, so it's a bit more legitimate.
Well, legitimate, yeah, to a point. Yeah.
Yeah, to a point, but then they can do like some dodgy things as well.
Yeah, they do some clickbait crap as well, don't
they? Their latest one is Alexander Isak has revealed he has no thoughts of moving away from Newcastle this summer. None. Zero.
I wouldn't have thought he did. He would have. I think he'd give him another year at least.
Yeah, I think if they don't make Champions League next season,
they might have a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. I would have loved to have seen him, but it's not happening. This could actually take out. This could affect us. This Newcastle transfer, mate. Newcastle bid for Mamardashvili from Valencia, good keeper, very very good keeper. That means they won't be going for Ramsdale.
Well, I don't see them. I don't see the point of going for Ramsdale anyway, and I don't see why Ramsdale would go there.
Neither.
He wants first team football, and he'd be signing for them as a number 2.
Yeah, behind Nick Pope.
What's the point?
Yeah, there's no point. Do you not think he would get in over Nick Pope? Because I think that's why they're going for Mamardashvili. They're not going in for. They're not trying to sign. They're not putting. They've submitted a £35 million bid for Mamardashvili. So they're not going to put in a £35 million bid.
I thought Newcastle fans basically said he's the best keeper in the league.
Yeah, since sliced bread. Obviously not. But yeah, this is his. Pope would be put to number 2. They're not going to go in £35 million for Mamardashvili, and Mamardashvili is a very good keeper if you've seen him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't dispute that, but I mean, I don't really understand if
the logic.
Somebody reliable like Pope.
Yeah.
Then. Yeah.
The Sky Sports has said that it's not paper talk either. They've said he's bid.
Well, what are your thoughts on the Chelsea keeping situation?
They've got how many keepers? They've got Robinson Sanchez. Who else have they got? They've got Sanchez. They've got Petrovic.
Yeah.
What's that? I don't really know because they're all. I don't even know who their number 1 is.
But the Enzo, when he came in, basically said that he wants to stick with Sanchez.
But the thing you've got to look at is how I think about it. Is Sanchez a Champions League goalkeeper?
Well, no.
No, he's not. So they've got to upgrade.
Is he a Europa League keeper? I'm not sure he's the Europa.
I'm not even sure he's that. I think Ramsdale's a better keeper than both of them.
I think so too.
Yeah, I know that's not. I don't think that's an English biasness, an Arsenal biasness. I mean, I think he's just generally a better keeper.
I think he's just generally better.
Yeah, I can agree on that. I can completely agree on that. It's coming up with Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester City are all chasing Bruno Guimaraes. He has a release clause of £98 million.
What do you think about that? Do you think that's we should be doing that?
Yeah, I'd go for him. But also, it does say in this, inside sources think the Magpies would accept a closer offer to €80 million, which is £68 million.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that until the release clause is gone.
The release clause ends at the end of June, don't it?
Yeah.
But so once that is gone, they're pretty much saying they would accept £68 million for it. I'd go in there all day long for £68 million for Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah,
Would you not? 68 million for him, Bruno.
I think 80 million is more realistic, but the thing is that if you got City bidding or whatever, then
it's going to bump the price up.
Yeah, it's going to bump the price up anyway. So,
if we had the option to get him for, would you pay £98 million for him? Knowing that that's it, he'll come in and you'd have Odegaard, Bruno Guimaraes, and Declan Rice. But it would affect that striker position with Sesko instead of Osimhen.
The thing is, it depends on the striker situation, doesn't it? So you either go for the big striker, and even still, actually, if I could get 80, if I could get him for 80 million, if I could get Osimhen for 80 million, then I probably would.
Yeah.
If I had to pay Osimhen's release clause, then maybe not.
Yeah, I'd be very, very happy with a Bruno and a Sesko if it come down to it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd obviously it depends what comes with it as well.
Yeah,
but obviously you kind of have to make it up as a whole. But my ideal would be an Osimhen. Somebody that's going to hit the ground running, really.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. The next one's there's quite a lot of Newcastle news on here. Both of them are in for that Mamardashvili. Chelsea are ready to hijack the £35 million bid for Newcastle's potential deal of Mamardashvili. So they're both in for him. So that's kind of what I can see coming from that is the one that don't get him is going to try and come in for Ramsdale. I could see that happening. And then that could bump up Ramsdale's price tag because they've lost that other option. Who else can they go for?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Kind of thing. But yeah, the next one's just Liverpool have joined the race for Bruno Guimaraes as well. So it's not just us and Man City now, it's Liverpool as well.
The thing is, they're not going to go for Guimaraes. They're not going to go for
no.
Who's the other one? Somerville, and then you got who's the other winger they were on about?
Mbeumo.
Yeah.
They're not going to get all three of them, surely.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought, would you?
No. And then apparently, so that after that Mamardashvili bid, Newcastle will aim for James Trafford if they don't get Mamardashvili. Ideal for Arsenal's Aaron Ramsey has proven hard to tie down because of the hefty price tag of £50 million that Arsenal put him at.
Well, good. I'm glad we're doing that.
I'm glad they're doing that as well because if you don't come in, we hold all the cards. If you don't pay 50 million, go away.
If you don't pay the 50 million, you sit on the bench. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, simple as that. Simple as that. Ramsdale's still young.
Yeah, you signed the contract, mate. There you go.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm happy for David Raya to be number one and then just say in 2-3 years' time when he's hit 32, if Ramsdale was still here, I'd be happy for him to learn behind Raya and improve.
Yeah, I mean, every time I see Ramsdale, he doesn't look overly unhappy anyway, does he?
No, he looks quite happy.
Yeah.
I don't think he's pushing for a move, you know.
No, I'm not totally convinced he is either.
No, I think if he was happy to stay, someone comes in £35 million, but he said, look, you can accept it or I'll stay, I'd be happy for him to stay.
Yeah.
Because something happens to Raya, you've got a suitable replacement then, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I like Ramsdale and I always will do.
Yeah.
I just don't think at this moment in time that he's good enough for us to win the league with.
Well, unfortunately, this time neither was Raya.
No, but but Raya did get the most clean sheets in the league.
He did, yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'd feel a lot more comfortable with Raya in the sticks.
From crosses is just unbelievable. From crosses, I don't have any problem with him whatsoever.
That's why we were linked with that goalkeeper from final because Raya was the highest collector of crosses, and then that goalkeeper from final was the second highest. But Raya was up there like 70 to 80% of crosses he collected. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
And the next one next to him was 45%.
Yeah, so quick with them.
Yeah, because that's what we do.
Right, are we going to call it there?
Yeah, I'm happy to call it there because we're
we're
getting some silly transfers now.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to the dregs, isn't it now?
Yeah. I'm looking at MLS right now. And the old Marcus Rashford to Arsenal situation again. I don't want to be talking about it no more.
Yes, we're going to put a link. So when you go on the live, just put a link to your channel as well.
Okay.
In the description as well.
Okay, I'm happy with that. Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to call it there. Yeah, I'm in Spox TV,
and I'm Jaymee Waffles Footy, and also Jay Gunner on TikTok.
Yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching. Everybody that's tuned in, thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to hit that like button, the one with the thumb. Yeah, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell, and yeah, let's have your comments in the comments section, and we'll reply to them. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, brother.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.